Guys, welcome to the channel. This is Jay from Jay Flat Out. Today I have a 2018 Audi Q5 2-liter turbo S with the Quattro system, and today I'm going to be going over the car. It's actually got some really impressive tech packages that I want to show you guys. It's got a bunch of cool features I'm going to go through and show you, and we'll see how it drives. So here we go. This Audi currently has 63 miles on it. It's a brand new 2018 model. MSRP is $50,500. It comes with all the standard packages as well as the navigation and telematics package, which gives you the Audi Connect, Audi Prime, the MMI navigation, as well as the touch, as well as the virtual cockpit. As well as that, you also get the panoramic sunroof, which is absolutely gorgeous. You also get the convenience package, which gives you the 8-way power seats, the Audi Easy Entry, which when you touch the door handle and touch the back of it, it opens and closes, heated power mirrors, heated front seats, the 19-inch wheels, and a couple other small little things. As I said, it's actually the tech in this car that is very impressive. So you have the middle screen, and then on the dash, actually, just look at the navigation. So the tachometer comes down here to the bottom left, the speedometer comes to the bottom right, but it gives you an enormous screen with real-time traffic updates. You also have CarPlay, music, and obviously this is your main driving screen. And what you can actually do is when the car is running, it gives you things like driver assistance, which is kind of like the sonar, gives you the energy consumption. So what this does is it tells you exactly how many miles per, or how many gallons per hour the air conditioning is using. You know, it's got both of the trip computers and then the date and time. But this is the fun one. It's not working right now because I'm in the country, but I'll put a picture up. What it actually does is when you pull up to certain red lights, it knows how long that light's going to be red and gives you a countdown timer. If you have the car set up, it'll turn the car off, and then when it comes 10 seconds within the light changing green, it'll turn the car back on by itself, which is really impressive. This model is equipped with the 2-liter turbocharged engine with the Quattro 4-wheel drive system. It's the same engine that came in the Audi A6 that I had on test a little while ago, but because this one has the Quattro system, it is actually a better driving vehicle. Let's take a look at the outside now and see how great it looks rolling. Welcome back from the drone shots, and let's get to driving this thing. Now, I've had this thing for approximately 90 miles so far, so I've had a various experience of different roads, different terrains, and well, all road, but a different opportunity to see a couple different sides of this vehicle. And like I said earlier, it has the 2-liter turbo engine. It does have the Quattro system, unlike the A6 that you saw on the channel previously. But it's not a bad little car. It's actually got a very comfortable seat. It does have a package, obviously, as I went over in the options earlier, that it does have advanced seats. Not the massage chairs, but are very plush and comfortable and do adjust 8 ways. They also are in a very soft leather. Although in the heat, you do stick to the seat. I do like the vented seats, obviously, over this now, but like I said, you do stick a little in the heat, but your give and take, that's always to be expected with leather seats. The driving position, this one does have a manual telescoping and variable steering wheel. It does have very nice controls. It has a sleek horn. As you guys know, I do like a minimalistic style dashboard, so my driving position and my driving situation as I'm looking through the windshield is actually very appealing. This screen that the MMI system comes on does not fold down like the A6 models have, as well as the A3. I'm not sure on the 4, but this one is a static screen similar to the A5 line. Down below that, you have your dedicated HVAC controls. They do have a very nice toggle, aluminum style toggle switch up and down rather than having a dial. The only thing that's operated by a dial is the actual temperature, and the nice thing is in the middle of the dial, it has a digital display of the temperature for each side of the vehicle. Moving down from the HVAC controls, we have the touchpad, much like the A6. We have the toggle switch switch down here to operate the MMI screen, as well as the volume and track back and forward button over here to the left. Now, one thing I do notice about this driving position is if you have your elbow on the armrest, my hand fits perfectly on the gear shifter. However, you have to reach for the toggle switch that operates the MMI system. Also, you have to reach for the volume adjustment. Now, there is a volume adjustment here, but like I said, for the MMI adjustments, you do have to reach forward of the gear shifter to operate them. Now, I would have probably moved that to the rear, seeing as obviously more people are probably going to operate the MMI system while driving. Usually once you're in drive, that's it for the trip, you know, and you're not going to adjust this gear shifter again until you're either going to reverse or park. However, the MMI system is much more prevalent and much more usable, which is why I would have probably switched these two and had the controls down here so you could just kind of fumble them with your arm on the armrest. The other thing is, this has a different style gear shifter. Shift into park, you actually press the button with your thumb that is on the gear shifter, and then it has a pump style reverse, neutral, and drive. However, if you just pump it while driving, nothing happens. You have to press the button to release it, much like a normal car, how you'd press it to shift, but it's just, it takes a little while to get used to that park button. I don't mind the drive, neutral, and reverse, because a lot of cars have that kind of pump shift automatic settings now, but the park button got a little hard to get used to. Now, a caveat to that, if you do operate the manual parking brake, it will automatically put it into park as well, obviously. Visibility is great. As you can see, this model is equipped with the moonroof, and it's really nice to have. It goes all the way to the back of the vehicle, however, the glass only slides halfway. In terms of blind spots, there really aren't anything tremendous. I can see directly behind me on both sides because of the windows and how they're configured, and there's only a small slither of blind spot between the rear hatch and the rearmost quarter panel. I have been driving this vehicle in dynamic mode almost the whole time I've had it. Haven't really driven it hard. I am getting 18.9 miles per gallon average in the city. I haven't taken this vehicle on the highway yet, but that's what you can expect. As I showed you earlier, the onboard computer does also tell you how much the air conditioning is using, and I'm currently using 1/16 of a gallon of fuel per hour to run the air conditioning. One of my favorite features of the car is actually the traffic sign feature, how it tells you exactly how long the light is going to be red before it's going to turn green, and it gives you literally a countdown timer. Now, I'm perplexed of how the car knows that, and if it's, obviously it's legal, but how it knows, and why does no car have this other than the Audi, and why haven't I heard of it yet? It's a grand thing. That's one of the only things that I wish my S6 had that this Q5 doesn't have. So let's get down to price, $50,500. Now, obviously this is in the market of the kind of small SUV. It does have towing modes. Like I said, you can adjust the drive select like other Audis. This one gives you the options of off-road, comfort, auto, and dynamic. Obviously the off-road is going to put your suspension in the highest setting, change your shift points, and you can scroll through down to dynamic, which is going to put you in the lowest sporty settings like the other Audis that we've covered on the channel. However, combined with the tow rating, which isn't very good, it does give you the rear leveling option. So if you are towing with this vehicle, the airbags in the rear will inflate to assist you with the weight of the trailer. But again, it's not something, if you were going to be towing, I would kind of tend to lean towards a Q7 diesel over this car. Its direct competitors are obviously going to be like a BMW X3, a Mercedes ML, or maybe a GLA, you know, depending on the budget. You know, there's other SUVs as well. I wouldn't really compare this to a Tahoe, maybe an Equinox, but again, domestic brands are kind of a whole nother baby when it comes to vehicles. So is this worth $50,000 is really what it comes down to, and obviously the answer is that's up to you. It's a very comfortable ride. It can comfortably sit 5 adults. It can also fold down the rear seats so you can make a flat level deck with, so when the trunk opens, you know, can slide something in there. cargo space isn't terrible. I actually really do like the rear view mirror too. It's one of those rear view mirrors with the super slim frame, so it looks like it's just the glass and nothing else. And again, is that worth 50 grand? No, but it's kind of a cool thing to look at. It just looks like the mirror is floating there. Like I said, all the fit and finish of the material and the stitching, as with the other Audis we've looked at, you know, everything fits together very well. There's no hums, there's no rattles. It has the same great sound system that the other two Audis you've seen recently on the channel have. It's from Bose. Like I said, it's a surround sound system with an amplifier mounted in the trunk. So it really comes down to, again, what your use is going to be. If you're looking for something incredibly safe and affordable and luxurious, yeah, I would think that this is probably worth 50 grand to you. You know, lease options will obviously help with the depreciation factor, but overall, like I said, it's not a terrible car whatsoever. I really like the drivetrain. It actually picks up with a purpose. I haven't measured 0 to 60 because that's not the purpose of this review, and like I said, with this being a brand new car with less than 100 miles on it, the engine's not broken in, and I'm not gonna abuse it like that. But times that I have got onto the on-ramp, it has been peppy. It hasn't left me hanging, and I've never, you know, had any problems accelerating. I'm not positive if it's a single turbo system or a twin. I would guess it's a single, but the turbo does engage at a relatively low RPM to give you a full power band of pull per gear. My only real negative aspect of this vehicle is the center console configuration, and how, like I said, that the MMI system is based in front of the gear shifter. You know, is that a deal breaker? It might be. I wouldn't really like it overall. I wouldn't like to deal with it on a daily basis, just because, like I said, once you're in drive, you're really kind of done for that trip. And I do feel that I'm reaching, you know, even being a tall guy with long arms, I'm still reaching to manipulate those controls. Other than that, though, like I said, it's a relatively nice car. So like I said, if you're looking for a very safe, luxurious family wagon that has a small amount of off-road capabilities, maybe for a campsite or ski trips, this is a very good buy, I think. You know, if your budget's a little lower, obviously you may want to look at a domestic equivalent, but in the German space or in the import space, I think the body style of this is nicer than the X3, and like I said, you're not paying that kind of Mercedes tax on it either. So if you did enjoy this video, I do have other reviews as well as other tons of car related content. I would encourage you and appreciate it if you would subscribe, drop a like on this video, and we'll see you on the next one.